What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people? It's me, it's your boy, Nes Vquez. I'm the CEO of Mind on Billions. I'm very passionate about what we have because this is the kind of information that can elevate your situation. So stay to the end so you get instant access to free gifts. And if you have any questions, save it for the end. We'll make sure we'll get these questions answered for you. So what is it that we actually put out there? We put out there information and access that can help people better their lives, can help people experience increase in multiple situations. So let's break it down and we'll keep it simple, we'll keep it brief so we can honor your time here, okay? So first and foremost, we have our Digital Gladiator Bootcamp. The Digital Gladiator Bootcamp consists of over 1,000 different video lessons that go over critical skill sets that you must have as a digital entrepreneur or as someone who is working in today's world, a lot online that is, right? And also individuals that would like to learn about e-commerce. Guess what? This system is going to be your free gift at the end. So stay to the end. I'm going to show you how you get access to it. But when you click on Digital Gladiator Bootcamp, it's going to take you through a web class. This web class is a very powerful web class. It'll show you where you can actually find hot markets to make money in, okay? And once you click on Unlock the Secrets, instant access, all right, it's going to bring you through the process, all right, so you can actually enjoy all this training. So you'll see there's a lot of different video playlists here. The first one is actually me teaching individuals how to create content for themselves, whether it's through photos or videos, editing audio, things like that, and also how to distribute it based on different social media platform dimensions, which is extremely important, especially when you want to consider using a multitude of platforms and basically have it as a part of your strategy to grow your business, whether it's through marketing, whether it's through building relationships, whether it's promotional material, all right? You're going to develop quite a few skill sets there, all right? And it is truly incredible, but this is one of many, all right? We have other playlists as well. Most playlists consist of 20 videos, sometimes a little less, but sometimes it's more, 40 videos, 60 videos, 100 videos, right? So we have different tools that you could use to really get yourself to another level. We could agree it's a lot easier to dig for gold with tools than it is to dig for gold with your bare hands. So we have quite a few classes that a lot of individuals will find absolutely valuable. So for example, Facebook ads, Google ads, traffic secrets through multiple, websites and social platforms, email marketing, web developing, e-commerce, specialized trainings, so on and so forth. It truly is incredible. How to develop funnels, all right? How to really capture leads. We have all these different classes, right, that you can actually learn from, and this is going to be your free gift after we get through our presentation. The other system that we push is Financial Literacy University. So while one is focusing on digital literacy, this is focusing on financial literacy, which we believe should be taught in school. This is extremely important. Now, in my line of work, being a digital entrepreneur and also being a digital trader, a digital investor, if you will, is not a lot of people have the financial literacy necessary to fully take advantage of today's opportunities. Guess what? Financial Literacy University is included with your free gift after we get through this presentation. All right. Now, if you see what Mind on Billions is truly about, it's truly about helping people put their money to work for them so they don't have to go out there, break their back, and work in a system that's not worth working hard at. Systems and tools of today are important for you to harness the power of. What are systems? SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy, money. So I'm going to play this slideshow real quick. All right. I'm going to click on present. I'm a big fan of Canva, by the way. I used to use PowerPoint and Keynotes for everything. Now I use Canva. So that's one of the things you're going to learn how to master through the free gifts. So it doesn't matter how much experience I have in the game. I have over 12 years experience. I've created an amazing life for myself, but no matter what, I am still a student of the game. They say the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So I do recommend you take notes. Note takers are money makers. I've learned a few financial literacy tips that help me elevate my game. I learned a few day trading tips that help me elevate my game. But the most important thing is mindset. I've went through a lot of different mentorship programs. I've met mentors. I've experienced a whole lot in my journey, and my life has radically changed. So the little bit of stuff you do today, if you do just a little bit more than the next person, such as paying attention to something like this, years down the line, you could be quantum leaps ahead of everyone else that are not paying attention to this kind of stuff. As I said in a conversation with a colleague of mine, I said that paying attention can actually pay you. So again, stay to the end to see how you can access your free gifts as we go through this presentation. We all know that there's 4 ways to make money. Some of you are familiar with the cash flow quadrant, but if you're not, I'll basically break it down to you like this. Most people are in the left side of the quadrant, okay? They are either an employee or self-employed individual. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is just the most common way we've learned how to make money growing up. This is what we were taught in the household. We learn financial principles in our households. And so, of course, the majority of society are going to be in the left side of the quadrant. Here's the thing. While 95% of the population is in the left side of the quadrant as an employee or self-employed individual, only 5% of the wealth is there. If we look over here on the right side of the quadrant, being a business owner, which means you're leveraging a system, and an investor, which means that you're putting your money to work for you, this is where only 5% of the population is, yet 95% of the wealth is here. So a lot less individuals, all right, splitting the bigger piece of the pie. Right? Matter of fact, almost the whole entire pie for just 5% of the individuals. It's really very, very interesting. And so we see what's going on in today's world. You know, we have, people stuck in a rat race, just like I was. I was working in the TV and film industry, not as an actor, but as a worker on set. And I would do 16 hours a day on average. And once I was done with the gig, I had to market my way to landing the next gig. Being from New York, there are some slow seasons, such as the wintertime, when all the work is in California, right? In the Golden Coast. Now, we know the cost of living right now is just rising and rising and rising due to inflation, all right? Which means the devaluation of our dollar, okay? We see what's going on. We know what it is, but you have to learn how to fight it. Digital entrepreneurship, racking up digital assets, and learning how to be a digital investor is one of the great ways to combat inflation, right? Now, we know that the rich really leverage their assets in order to generate more income for themselves, while the poor middle class are trapped. We learn this through books like Cash Flow Quadrant, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and all that good stuff. Robert Kiyosaki is an amazing mentor. I've seen him speak on stage multiple times. I joined some of his programs. I bought several of his books, right? And, this is what's going down right now. This is one of the ways to beat it. So we know the basic the basic principles of personal finance. We know we got to stay on top of our bills, right? We know we have to create budgets, okay, after we pay our bills off. We have to save for rainy days, usually 3 to 6 months to help cover things. Unfortunately, I've seen a study, I'm pretty sure we all saw the study, that the majority of people have less than $1,000 in their savings account. So they don't even have 1 month's worth of expenses saved, right? Now, tracking your spending, knowing where your money is going to, all right, so you can avoid certain pitfalls. Using credit wisely. Credit is a double-edged sword. It is the greatest thing to ever happen to the consumer, to the American consumer, okay? However, it could be the very worst thing if you are irresponsible. So you'll learn, tips on how to really master your credit situation through the Financial Literacy University gift that we're going to give you later on. All right. So pay off high interest debt. This country is in debt, period. All right. Auto loan debt, student loan debts, mortgage debt, you name it. There's the debt is through the roof. It is incredible. Right. So, the idea is to be debt free. Be debt free, have great credit, be in a good situation, have a consistent cash flow coming in, and you'll be all right. And on top of that, protecting your finances. This is what insurance is for. Home, car, other assets. So we know a lot of the basic principles of personal finance. But the one thing that most people don't do is invest in their future. They don't invest in their future, right? And so you need to, because again, the bigger fight happens when we are reaching retirement ages and we got nothing to show for it. Consistency is the main ingredient behind wealth creation. So we know a lot of these principles, right? And even still, we do enough to not lose, but not enough to win big. We do enough to not get evicted. We do enough to not let the power go out. We do enough. We do the bare minimum so we could get by. But most of us don't do enough to win absolutely big. To be born with a real strong desire, to have that giant inside of you waiting to burst out. Not everyone has that because they don't see motivation with the way how things are in this world and in their own personal lives, right? But I read a book by Tony Robbins, who, by the way, I've seen him speak multiple times in person. I've joined several of his programs, read a lot of his books. He is not just a motivational speaker, but he is a financial expert. And one of the things he talked about in one of his books, which is Money Master the Game, he talks about the shift that people need to have to go from a consumer to an owner. Most people make money one way, but they spend it 1,000 different ways. So they get paid by Friday, they are broke by Monday, and it's a constant cycle, right? It is pretty aggravating, right? But when you shift gears and you start becoming an owner, right? Now money is coming to you. You are developing more revenues instead of you having to spend your own money for stuff that really don't matter, just to keep up with the Joneses, just so you can be like everyone else, right? That herd mentality. There's a shift that needs to happen. Now, I will say this. Quick disclaimer, trading in digital entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So if you have a bulletproof mindset, this is for you. If you have a win mindset, be willing to take initiative to never quit, this is for you. But I've literally seen this in several situations, whether it's friendships, personal, other types of personal relationships, love relationships, even business relationships. I've seen individuals who commit to their growth, but their partners or the people that they do business with or the people they have relations with, they are complacent and they don't really like the idea of their partner going to a whole other, about to embark on a whole new journey for self-improvement. Some people just do not like that. I've seen this rip apart several relationships. So if you have that bulletproof mindset and that winning mentality, then we could continue. But if not, all right, then, good luck in life. Okay. What I've noticed a lot of times behind the most successful people, including myself, is this simple 3-step blueprint. You have to find a way to raise capital. That could be through fundraisers. It could be through programs like Kickstarter. If you came up with an invention or a product service opportunity of some sort, or to take a loan from a bank. You could do these kinds of things, right? Number 2, consider your investment risk. So know what you're about to get into. Look at the risk, look at the potential reward, understand the system that's in between. Number 3, plug into a working growth strategy or plug into a mentor. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone created an invention. They go on Shark Tank. They're going to Shark Tank for several reasons. Number 1, they're trying to raise capital. Okay. Number 2, all right, with raising capital, they're not really taking a risk personally, but they're acquiring partners to take on a risk with them in exchange for equity in their company. And then number 3, plug into a working growth strategy. Let's say an individual is successful with getting deals done with these sharks. Well, they don't just get the capital that they needed to raise, but they also take on someone else's expert knowledge. They take on someone else's mentorship because now they are invested. So this is just some of the examples. Now, here's the cool thing. Ready for this? You don't need millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, even thousands of dollars to really launch something incredible. For less than $500, in some cases less than $300, you could plug into a simple success system that's going to be efficient, that if you work and you stay consistent in, remember, consistency is the main ingredient behind wealth creation, then you can actually put yourself in a low risk, high reward type of scenario. Now, one of the ways that I've became extremely successful as a trader is through trading Forex. Binary options is just a way to trade Forex, but we're going to break down Forex and then binary options. There are many types of investments currently circulating in the market, to include foreign exchange investments. So we see Forex, the breakdown of that term Forex, okay, is the foreign exchange market where you can exchange one currency for another. We are already engaging in this whether we know it or not. If we're buying an item from another country's website, our banks are automatically doing the foreign exchange the second we process a transaction. If we are traveling from one country to another and we take our local currency for that foreign currency, right, we make the exchange, we are already participating in a foreign exchange transaction. So we can do this as retail traders ever since the 90s when everyone else got access to the internet, where we could just simply take a position, all right, conduct an exchange and exchange back for profit. And the reason why this was possible is because back in the days, the dollar was backed up by gold. And the world's currencies used the dollar as the reserve currency for the world. So whenever there was exchanges happening between one currency and another, it was done at fixed exchange rates. In 1971, when Richard Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard, every currency around the world became a part of the floating exchange. And what moves the values of currencies is mostly geopolitical events. Okay, GDP, the kinds of deals that are structured, so on and so forth. So transactions that are going on, how the money is moving within these economies. There's a very high-end market, the largest market in the world, $5.3 trillion in a day worth of transactions. And from the last reports that I read, is much more, as in the 6 trillions. Now, what can be traded on Forex platforms? Well, of course, currencies, right? But you can also trade cryptocurrency. Encrypted currencies that are backed by blockchain technology. Everything is done digitally, true peer-to-peer system. It cannot be manipulated, and it is an alternative to fiat currency. Fiat meaning the currencies of today that we're supposed to have some kind of faith that's backed by gold. You can also trade commodities such as coffee, soybeans, gold, oil, silver, etc., corn. Indices, all right? You can trade indices as well through some Forex brokers. And the way how we trade Forex is through third-party platforms like MetaTrader. Well, these days, U.S. regulated forex brokers have their own terminals on their site. So basically, you trade through a terminal. Okay, you could identify potential opportunities in the markets by doing your technical analysis, which just basically means you're looking at the charts. If you see a good position for a buy, see a good position for a sell, and you take it and you win profits, that's one way you could go about it. All right, we have systems and tools that are designed for you to identify certain opportunities. We even have mobile apps where you can just simply plug and play, trade, and call it a day. Binary options is Forex, but trading with time expiration. So binary options allows users to trade in the market by predicting the direction of a trading asset within a pre-selected time limit. Some countries do not permit binary options because some of those countries consider binary options as gambling. But for me, trading is not gambling. Trading is taking calculated risks. The countries that do permit it do have specific regulations for binary options. So we developed the binary FX system. We have our learning lessons, which take place at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have more individuals that's going to be committing to doing live learning lessons as well. All right. We do our recaps. We have our sessions that you can always, go back to, so you can rewatch, review, relearn, all that good stuff. So that way you are in the know. All right. So when you're looking at a binary options broker, how does that work? Well, basically, it's pretty simple. Number one, you choose your trading asset that you're analyzing. Number two, you choose your time expiration and your risk. So you know all the potential outcomes of your trade before you even take a position. And then you select your direction prediction. Now, there are synonyms, all right, that we learn as traders in the beginning, that these are basically words that all mean the same thing, but several brokers have different wordings, but they're all synonyms. Buy means long, call, bullish, higher, up, yes. Sell means short, put, bearish, lower, down, no. And if you don't know a lot of stuff and if this kind of is daunting to you, this kind of intimidates you, don't worry about it. We're going to give you everything you need, A through Z, with short videos that you can actually learn from. So how to bag big profits using these simple systems. Okay, it's very simple. What we've done is we're doing all the heavy lifting. My team and I are going to be looking at the markets, okay? We're going to be analyzing for potential opportunities. And if we see potential opportunities in the market, then we give you the heads up on those, okay? So understand trading involves risk, including some or all of your initial investment. That's all forms of trading, not just Forex, but also stocks and all types of different ways to trade cryptocurrency, right? But we are doing the heavy analysis for you, so you don't have to do it. We understand that you have your own life. You have your career. You have the stuff that you like to commit yourself to. You probably have children. Point is, there's only 24 hours in a day. So we could develop something for you that will allow you to save time. Time is our greatest asset. Then we feel like it would be of absolute value for you to take advantage of. So let me just give you an inside look. I'm going to get out of this slideshow real quick, and I'm going to show you some of the charts that I've been looking at today. So just looking at the charts over here, okay, I sent out 4 trading ideas already this morning. And so what I did was, I use specific tools, indicators, I use all kinds of different things. But basically, we are analyzing what's going on in each of these scenarios over here, and we are identifying opportunities. So for example, okay, when I click on this is the USD Mexican peso. This is a exotic currency. Okay, so we use a tool called Fibonacci retracement, right? A lot of advanced stuff for the most part. But what you'll see is that there are incredible opportunities that are available. This is a sell, all right, that was called over here. All right, when we look over here, this is USD CAD. This is the United States dollar versus the Canadian dollar, we noticed that there was a trend right over here. So we used a tool called the GAN-FAN, all right, where we could determine where the trend is basically going. And if it's a little bit out of bounds, at least what boundaries it's still going to stay within. Over here, we used Pitchforks, which is another interesting tool. This is United States dollar versus Japanese yen. And we determined that, hey, the market was going up for a bit, but now it's consolidating right over here. And we placed a position right over here real carefully that will provide an opportunity for a good sell. And then same thing over here. We're looking at Pitchforks over here. And we are acknowledging that right over here, this median line, all right, this is the main trend line right over here. This is the upper median line. And we kind of seeing where the barriers are going to be. If we see a breakout to the upside, that's good because we're into buys. If we see that the market is coming over here, right, to the warning, all right, sign right over here, and it starts to break out, then we know that's going to be the break of the trend. And like we always say, the trend is your friend until it bends. So the idea is that we are doing the heavy lifting, we are doing the analysis, and we are providing the ideas to you. We usually go for 2 ideas a day, sometimes less, sometimes more. Today we did 4, okay? Now, let's go right back to the slide. And so since we're doing all the heavy lifting, right, all it's going to cost you is simply $50 a month. That's it, $50 a month to receive the signals through Telegram, which I think is pretty powerful. We also have other advanced charting tools, such as the Harmonic Scanner app program, okay? So you go to harmonicscanner.ai, and for as low as $25, you get access to a very powerful scanner right over here. So case in point, for less than $100, you can really access some very powerful information you can leverage so you can make money on top of your money. Now, although these simple success systems are simple, right? In the beginning, you have to be committed to learning. If you could at least be committed to learning at least 30 minutes a day for the first month, then you'll be okay. Because with just the basics, you can make money. But obviously, the more you learn, the more you can earn. Now, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Not everyone is going to stay committed. Commitment is doing something you said you would do long after the mood in which you said it has passed, right? So consistency and commitment, you have to have those characteristics, truly have that bulletproof and that win mentality, so you can really, really harness the power behind what we have over here. So, any questions you got, you can let us know, but there's a couple of things that you must know. Okay, one of those things is we do have a community. We have a community where you can ask your questions, get your questions answered. You can find a lot of our replays right here in the guides if you ever get lost. We also have the replays on several different, things as well. We even have the website that you can tap into, and you can access the playlist right on the website as well. So we really have an incredible system. And I truly think that everyone should be taking, full on advantage of this stuff. Now, how can you get access to your free gifts? Very simple. Go to mindonbillions.pro right now, and then click on Financial Literacy University and click on Digital Gladiator Bootcamp. Once you create a free account, now you have free access to this very powerful information. Let me tell you how powerful this is. This information is so powerful that I was selling a $500 a year membership just for this one. And this one was a $250 a year membership. So you are literally saving $750 for just by tapping into these free systems. And we are so confident that you're going to find so much value in finding more money within your money, developing more revenue for yourself, that you're going to take some of that revenue and learn how to trade with that through our binary FX system. So you go to mindonbillions.pro, click on Telegram. You can get the alerts to Telegram. You could also get the alerts on Discord. Let me show you how they look like. So when we go over here to Telegram, okay, some of my streams do go live right in here, but you see the signals that are being pulled up. In addition, right over here on Discord, okay, go to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is sent over here on Discord as well. Okay, so you could choose Discord or Telegram. It's going to be the same exact signals, right? But we do believe this is going to be incredibly valuable for you. So just $50 to subscribe to the signals. If you want the web app, the harmonicscanner.ai web app, all right, it's only $25, as low as $25. If you want the premier version of that, that's $50. So for $100 or less, you get access to any of these things, one or the other. If you don't want the signals, but you want the web app, you can do that too. But you're going to plug into our simple success system, right? And you are going to really enjoy the value, I believe. Most programs out there are charging $250 a month. Even to get your first start in the first month, it's like $500. But over here is simply as low as $100 if you get everything. All right, if you get everything, as low as 25, between 25 to 100, based on what you want, a la carte style. All right, so lots of value to enjoy over here. And if you are a digital entrepreneur and you're learning a lot of these digital entrepreneur skill sets, and you feel like you could absolutely kill it, well, guess what? We do have a way where you can share, where you can make money sharing. Okay, so it's 20% for every client that you bring in. Okay, but the focus isn't on sharing the platform for digital entrepreneurs. When it comes to the trading education, the trading system we develop is truly about the education. And we feel like that's what a lot of these trading educational companies miss out on. They're more about people just giving them more recruits as opposed to really honing in on the value that people should be learning. And so I hope this presentation was helpful and easy enough for you to understand. Get back with the person that invited you to see this and make sure you get started right away. There are opportunities in the market that are showing themselves each and every day. But if you don't have the tools to see these opportunities every day, you are literally leaving money on the table. Enough is enough. It's time for you to develop a new avenue for revenues in your life, which is your first step, shifting from a consumer to an owner. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, take care, and I'll see you on our next live sessions. Peace out.